Happy to be joined now by Shi Davidi of Sportsnet. Hey, Shi.
Hello, Mr. Ennis.
So let's start with the Alford thing, which I imagine you're confirming. I mean, Ben Nicholson-Smith has confirmed it already, but I imagine you're hearing the same stuff that he's going to be up for tonight's game.
Yeah, I mean, they kicked him around. It was a chance that he would have come up yesterday instead of Dwight Smith Jr. And there was some debate at the time, but ultimately they settled on Dwight Smith there, and then so he was the next outfielder in line. And so when Daryl Siciliani got hurt, it sort of became the obvious choice. And look, I don't think this is going to be an extended stay. I mean, it could just be a day until Pilar returns, or maybe they'll pick him and give him a few more days until Smith recovers. But this is a roster that's going to get healthy relatively near future, so roster spots are soon going to start becoming a little bit more scarce.
But that's an interesting move, right? Like that they add him to the 40-man roster, that they've seen
He was
enough.
already on the 40-man roster.
Okay.
Add him this offseason.
All right. So, but that he's going straight from Double-A to the major leagues, that he's not seeing Triple-A, that he has fewer than 150 plate appearances in Double-A, and this is his first year above A-ball. That's got to be, I mean, that's surprising to me. I shouldn't speak for you. Is that surprising to you that they would go in that direction?
No, I mean, I think based on all the options within the system, he's the guy who's playing the best right now.
Yeah.
Dwight Smith was a bit closer to the big leagues, and so I can understand why they ultimately settled on him. Especially, he brings something that they need: another left-handed bat, good contact guy, can do some things for you. But Anthony Alford has a chance to be an impact player. He's been a house of fire ever since the season started, just completely tearing things up. And he's earned this. So again, is this mean he's up to stay from here on out? I don't think so. But again, if he performs and the opportunity falls the right way, maybe this can turn into an extended stay. But right now, maybe this is just a little taste for him. And they were going to promote him to AAA Buffalo relatively soon anyway, and so maybe this just accelerates that timeline.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, it's not a move I anticipated, but it's a guy who has a high upside, obviously, and was drafted without the knowledge that he would take the route of professional baseball, right? As a football player, and that didn't exactly work out for him. But yeah, so if I'm understanding you correctly, if he gets into these games today, or at least he gets into today's game, I mean, how big a sample size, how much of a run is he going to get before the Blue Jays decide whether to send him down? Is this just a one-time thing because Kevin Pillar is coming off that suspension tomorrow?
Well, I mean, someone's got to go down tomorrow, right? Either Dwight Smith, logically, either Dwight Smith or Anthony Alford. And so, if they went with Smith in the first place, that would at least suggest that Smith might stay a little bit longer. Either way, you would figure that one of those two guys, whoever stays, ends up going down whenever Troy Tulowitzki is activated, and that's going to be relatively soon. So it's not going to be an extended stay, you would think, at this point. Mm-hmm. So it is going to be a small sample, but look, one of the reasons you have prospects is that in times of need you call them up and let them do their thing. And so this is a time of need. It's not necessarily an extended time of need, but it at least in some small measure demystifies the big leagues a little bit for them if there's another opportunity down the line.